May the light of fate illuminate your path. I am Candia, an initiate cleric here in Sesamar, the holy city built on the shores of the Sea of Fate. It is my deepest honor to welcome you. For those who travel the seas, the roads, and the sacred pilgrimage routes, Sesamar is more than just a port. It is the very heart of devotion in our realm. Join me as I share the true wonder of this city. We will explore its spiritual significance as a center of faith, its unique location where land meets the unpredictable sea, the kindness and services it offers to all, and the most hallowed places within our walls. May this journey inspire the light in your own heart. To walk through Sesamar City is to walk through a living prayer. Some see only wood, stone, and water, but for we who serve, every sense is touched by the divine grace that founded this place. Let me share with you how I, an initiate, experience our beloved city. When I stand on the docks, I see the endless, deep blue of the Sea of Fate, a constant, humbling reminder of our goddess's vastness and mystery. The ships, to me, are not mere vessels of trade. They are weary travelers returning to a safe harbor, their sails like the white wings of gulls seeking rest. I watch the devout hands of the shipwrights, and I see more than labor. Their rhythmic hammering is a percussion of creation, their craft a form of devotion that gives form to wood and allows souls to traverse the goddess's waters. The air here is thick with the breath of the goddess, that heavy, briny scent of the sea itself, a perfume of life and power. It mingles with the sharp, clean smell of pine tar and cedar, which to my nose is the incense of honest, sacred work. Beneath it all is the scent of the sea's bounty, the fish that feed our people, a constant reminder of the gifts we are given. To feel the port is to feel connection. The old wood of the docks is warm and rough beneath my simple sandals, hallowed by the footsteps of countless pilgrims who have arrived on these shores. When the wind is strong, a fine, cool mist kisses my face, a gentle baptism, a blessing from the sea itself, washing away doubt and renewing the spirit. Leaving the docks, I walk the city's streets. The cobblestones underfoot are worn smooth, not by time, but by devotion. Each stone is a story, polished by the feet of sailors giving thanks for a safe return, merchants praying for a prosperous journey, and pilgrims reaching the end of their long road. The city climbs from the shore, its whitewashed walls and turquoise roofs reflecting the sun, a symbol of the purity and hope we offer to all who enter. The air on the streets is a tapestry of scents. The sacred and the mundane weave together here. The holy perfume of frankincense and myrrh spills from every open chapel door, a constant reminder of our purpose. But it mixes with the earthy scent of bread baking in a common oven, the sweet smell of fruit in a merchant's stall, and the dust of the road kicked up by a traveler's boots. It is the scent of humanity in all its forms, all sheltered within these walls. To feel the streets is to feel community. It is the gentle brush of a fellow cleric's robe as we pass, offering the sacred gesture, hand to heart, fingers to lips, hand thrown to the sky, a silent prayer shared between us. It is the warmth of the sun on my shoulders in the open squares and the sudden, welcome coolness in the shadow of the cathedral. It is the feeling of being one soul in a river of humanity, all flowing toward the same divine truth. To step inside even the smallest chapel is to come home to the soul. The world outside, with all its noise and motion, falls away. Here, the view is not of the sea or the sky, but of the light itself. It pours through the stained glass windows, not merely illuminating the space, but transforming it. It paints the cool stone floors in hues of sapphire grace and ruby sacrifice, telling the sacred stories without a single word. My eyes are always drawn to the serene face of our goddess, carved in stone, her calm, eternal gaze offering a peace that words cannot capture. The air within is still and thick, heavy with the purest scent of incense, old stone, and beeswax. This is the smell of timeless devotion. It fills my lungs and quiets my mind. It is the scent of prayer, of centuries of whispers and hymns absorbed into the very walls. And the feeling, it is a profound stillness that you can almost touch. The cold, unyielding stone of the pews reminds me of the importance of humility. But in the quiet, as I kneel, I often feel a gentle warmth spread through my chest. It is the palpable presence of the divine, a silent assurance that here, in this sacred place, we are never truly alone. This is my Sesamar, not just a city on a map, but a divine promise made manifest in stone, sea, and soul. The significance of Sesamar extends far beyond these docks and chapels, my friend. Our city is not merely a place of pilgrimage. It is the spiritual anchor of the entire realm and the headquarters for the most vital work facing our generation. The true light of the twin gods, Sesamar and Sesamar, must be spread, and it must be done with urgency. For too long, our realm has suffered under a fractured faith, distracted by the worship of 1,000 errant gods and petty pantheons. This division is not harmless. It is a spiritual pollution that mirrors the physical chaos overwhelming our lands. Our sacred purpose is to end this fragmentation, to unify every soul under the singular, stabilizing grace of the twin gods. Only through this devotion, where the journeying soul, Sesamar, and the stable anchor, Sesamar, are worshipped as one, can we hope to restore balance. This is not a gentle request. It is an absolute imperative. The forces of discord are massing on every border. The land is being corrupted by the hordes of chaos. The cruel hobgoblins build their strongholds of tyranny, the savage orcs spill across the plains, the massive giants walk without fear, and the vile lizardmen slither out of the poisoned swamps. These are not just enemies. They are the manifestation of the realm's spiritual fracture. And even the very world rises up against us. The natural order itself is breaking down. We pray daily to calm the earth that trembles with devastating earthquakes, to soothe the roiling seas that shatter our ships, to tame the fast-moving rivers that impede our travels, and to bind the terrifying gale-force winds that howl through a great chasm. This chaos, both monstrous and environmental, is the sign that our mission is now or never. Sesamar is the heart that pumps the necessary faith into this dying body of the realm. We must succeed in unifying the people under the twin light, or all is lost. It is a heavy burden, but it is our sacred duty. Do you see now why the work we do here is so crucial to the fate of the entire realm? Ah, the geography of Sesamar. To me, the location of our city is not mere chance. It is a deliberate blessing from the twin gods, anchoring the faithful where we are needed most. Our home, Sesamar City, is set firmly upon the western shore of the Great Sea of Fate. This position is a gift, transforming our city into a radiant hub of commerce. We send our ships north, guided by the light, to the chain of islands, a stretch of beautiful, challenging lands. They visit the bustling isles of Trophy, the sturdy shores of Gorgona, and the complications of Kaliptokos. From there, our merchant fleet continues its holy duty, traversing the waters to the distant eastern lands and visiting 3 vital beacons of civilization. Zon, a city where human settlers and the resolute hill dwarves coexist in shared industry. Valeria, which stands as the unwavering tip of the spear, guarding the civilized world against the constant threat of the orcs and the cruel hobgoblins. Evandalith, the quiet, ancient city built deep within the woods, where the woodland elves tend to the sacred growth of the earth. Let it be known, the sea blesses our people generously. Our fishermen cast their nets and draw forth a continuous, plentiful bounty: halibut, tuna, yellowtail, cod, and sea trout. On auspicious days, the vastness of the sea yields the greater creatures, the powerful swordfish and the swift marlin. This bounty is a gift from the twin gods, meant to serve not just our own, but the many mouths of the hungry merchants, weary sailors, hopeful travelers, and devoted clerics who pass through our gates. Our strategic importance is also tied to the north. We are the immediate port for the great white city of Kornaz. This proximity to the capital is invaluable, as Kornaz provides the fleet security, a shield that protects our vital logistics and ensures our survival. We also rest in the shadow of 2 profoundly different neighbors. To the east lies the Isle of Tantalus. It is a place of unbelievable material wealth, but for its inhabitants, the focus is only on opulence and superficial pleasure. It is a playground for the rich, and its existence so close to our own humble, devotional city is, frankly, almost blasphemous. Tantalus is a constant warning to our initiates, a reminder of the spiritual danger of excess. This city is of great interest to my order. Specifically, Tower Cragnon, a conclave of learned clerics, serves as a crucial partner in our work. For purposes of unified communication and deep spiritual study, clerics routinely travel the route between Sesamar and Nithnamar. Thus, our city is perfectly placed. Between the sea and the capital, between material excess and devout study, and at the head of a great trade route that connects us to both allies and the very forces of chaos we are sworn to defeat. May the twin gods guide your understanding. You see the merchants, the inns, and the taverns. They are necessary for the body of the city, but it is the soul of Sesamar that offers the truly indispensable services. We are more than just a stopping point. We are the center of faith, healing, and stability for the entire realm. Our primary service is the rigorous pursuit of religious truth. This study is multifaceted, grounded in both the real world and the divine. First, the clerics dedicate themselves to direct service. We learn from the very acts of helping pilgrims and the poor. Their persistence in the face of hardship is a lesson in itself. Yet, our deepest grounding comes from the ancient wisdom contained in our tomes, scrolls, and manuscripts. The days here are filled with the philosophical debates of our revered sages, who spend hours seeking truth in those texts. This discipline is what gives us the strength to stand firm against chaos. Second, we tirelessly pursue knowledge that lies beyond our world. We seek to understand and communicate with the pure beings in the outer planes. Their wisdom is essential, and the spellcasting ability they grant us is required for the difficult fight to tame the violent chaos that plagues our realm. Sesamar is known across the lands as a haven for the ill and the weary. We offer healing not just for the body, but for the mind, a vital metaphysical healing. We have consecrated numerous calm spaces throughout the city, often attached to our chapels. These sanctuaries offer a myriad of restorative methods. Some are dedicated to absolute silence, allowing one to achieve internal peace by simply shutting out the noise of the external world. Others contain sacred healing pools, with temperatures ranging from invigorating cold to soothing heat, depending on the soul's need. We also offer compassionate counseling and massage to ease the burdens carried by weary travelers. For the faithful, we can offer miracles for the body. We can perform the rituals necessary to eliminate deep wounds, mend broken bones, and cure paralyses. These acts are a profound expression of the twin gods' grace. However, these spells and rituals are incredibly arduous to perform, and the materials required are expensive. They come at a price, a necessary commitment to the faith. To receive such healing, the recipient must surrender a sack of coin to support the order, or they must vow to fulfill a specific quest in the name of the twin gods. We ask for a sacrifice, not for greed, but because such profound power requires an equally profound commitment. Our hands are always busy. The services offered by the clerics of Sesamar are expansive. We hold frequent public worship services for all who seek light. We maintain repositories for knowledge. Our libraries are open to those who seek wisdom. We send missionaries out into the realm, extending the reach of our faith. We provide blessings for journeys, marriages, and new ventures. We maintain areas for learning new languages, fostering better communication across cultures. We consider the nature of justice, and our rulings inform the laws and punishments within our region. Finally, we are one of the few places equipped to deal with the gravest threats, the undead and demonic possessions. Our dedication means these services aren't limited to the city proper. Temples and chapels are purposefully scattered throughout the greater area. While we rely on town criers, chapel attendants, and word of mouth to inform the locals, any weary soul who asks will quickly learn where the healing and the light can be found. Order in Sesamar is not merely a set of rules. It is the manifestation of unified faith that flows from the twin gods and settles over our stones and souls. We thrive not by iron decree, but by grace. The lawfulness of our city is attributed to a perfect synergy of the practical and the divine. The dedication of our guards, the constant influence of the clergy, the sacred nature of the land itself, and a universal, existential commitment to unity. Our proximity to the great white city of Cornas is a strategic advantage for order. They assign watchmen to our city, but the truest source of stability is the great traffic of holy warriors between the Sea of Fate and the capital. Where sailors and merchants meet Corniz's influence, you find paladins, many of them, and there is simply little space for mischief when such beacons of virtue walk among us. The presence of the clerics is the air we breathe. We are taught to be kind and helpful, serving the public not just with spiritual guidance, but with breads, shelter, and practical assistance tailored to a traveler's immediate needs. This atmosphere of care and service has deeply permeated our culture. It is why you will see a resident readily helping a confused traveler or a sailor assisting a merchant with a fallen load. This daily kindness is the foundation of our local law. Many believe, as do I, that the land beneath Sesamar is inherently sacred. Just as the city of towers, Nithnamar, rests on mystical ground for spellcasters, so too does our city rest upon a bedrock of compassion. The soil, the ancient trees, the very winds, and our blessed waters all seem to offer great rewards to those who reflect gratitude and compassion back to the world. It is a quiet, natural force that encourages goodness. We are existentially bound to unity because we are keenly aware of the ever-present chaos in the realm. Every pilgrim, every citizen, every cleric understands that in this confounding era, fragmentation leads to defeat. Here, a deep, pervasive calmness is felt in knowing that you are part of a coalition of souls, a shared harmony that you will find nowhere else in the realm. This collective will for peace is our strongest defense. Should one of our locals become unruly, our city guards are trained to interact with the transgressor using dignity, as our faith requires. They are trained by the clerics themselves to speak with respect. However, they are empowered to use force and detain those who threaten the peace. Transgressors are brought directly to our chapels where a cleric can dispense justice, which almost always leans toward restoration. We typically opt for warnings, counseling, fines, or detainment. As there is always a need for extra hands in this bustling city, punishments often include simple chores or heavy labor, allowing the offender to pay their debt to the community through service. It is through this careful balance of law and grace that Sesamar City thrives. The heart of a great city is found in its establishments, and here in Sesamar City, even our places of commerce are touched by a unique grace. Each one offers a small refuge or necessary service. Let me share a few that are dear to the faithful and the traveler alike. The Tides Inn is a wonderful place, neat and clean, with a simple nautical motif that reminds you that you are safely ashore. It is run by Jorn and Slew Bassmaster, though you will most often find their capable young daughter, Gertrude, minding the counter. She is a true blessing to her father, Jorn, who has been slowed by a wooden leg. Travelers speak highly of the rooms, simple, yes, but neat and clean, which is all one truly needs after a long journey. For those who stay, Slew offers special comfort foods, hearty white chowder soups and savory fish meals. And you must try Jorn's famed homemade brew, no fish Bassmaster. I assure you, as he does every guest, it contains no fish, only a sweet, strong berry mash from Bolalius. It is a welcome comfort after a day's work. The Sesamar Tavern is set intentionally apart from the clamor of the docks. It is a bright, white, and exceptionally clean establishment. While the lighting is soft, perhaps they rely on too few oil lamps, the atmosphere is one of quiet respect. The walls are covered in small religious plaques, an honorable ode to all good gods. If you are a faithful soul, you will find a symbol of your deity there, offering a silent blessing. They keep their tables dressed with linens and utensils. For a true local favorite, I recommend you try the Ramaced wine. A completely different spirit resides at the Joy Tavern. It sits proudly just above the docks along a raised area of the town center, and curiously, has no front door at all, welcoming all. Once inside, you are enveloped in yellow tapestries and tablecloths, a color of happiness that matches the smile painted on all their clay mugs. The air is always cheerful, often buoyed by the notes of their regular musician. The owner, Joy Barsmith, is aptly named and is always chipper. She is ably assisted by Clenna, Lara, and Hilda, depending on how busy the gods wish the evening to be. Down at the docks, you will find Evgen Transport, a vital operation. Evgen himself is a thick, honest man with a strange, straightforward accent that speaks of a life on the frontier. His business is one of no-nonsense and directness, and he has earned a stellar reputation for being honest and accurate. He is the artery of our trade, shipping both people and products north to the islands, east to Zon, and south to Valeria. Finally, for the soul in need of true restoration, there is Medelthia's Meditations. It is a clean, tranquil space that functions as a spiritual spa. The air there is fragrant with flowers, delicate oils, and lotions. Medelthia offers a variety of meditative services, and I must tell you, her massage services are renowned for being exhilarating, a powerful renewal for the body before returning to your spiritual duties. With that, I have shared some of the places that give Sesamar its unique goodness. Now, I must return to my duties. I have chores to attend to, much to study in the holy texts, and soon, I will prepare for a joyous celebration of life held within our walls today. May the twin gods grant you peace on your journey.
Make sure to like and subscribe to this video by GigaGod Productions. More videos will be created and shared very soon.